Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative. I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Lance Drury. Tax attorney Lance Drury, founder of the law firm of Lance R. Drury, has been practicing law since 1984 and began representing individuals and businesses in disputes with the Internal Revenue Service in 2006. With offices located in St. Genevieve, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, and Nashville, Tennessee, Drury has positioned himself as a leading attorney for IRS tax resolution issues. He is able to evaluate every client's unique situation and provide them with honest answers and a specific plan to best resolve their tax problems. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Lance Drury.
The IRS made my client cry. Now, I suppose that's not surprising. The IRS makes a lot of people cry. I would be willing to bet it happens every day. Few things in life can cause the amount of stress the IRS can when they've decided you've done something wrong or that you owe a lot more than you can pay. As a tax resolution attorney, I see this scenario every day. Those that come into my office tell me the IRS is keeping them awake at night, or it's making them feel like they need to go on antidepressants. They may have already sought doctor's prescriptions to calm their anxiety. It's a very scary thing when the IRS comes after you. They can take your wages, your property, whatever you own. They have almost absolute power, and it's at their discretion how much of it they use against you. So yes, people have a right to be frightened, and believe me, they are. Which brings me back to the client I was telling you about, the one who was sitting across the desk from me crying in my office. He and his wife were in arrears on their payroll taxes, facing a six-figure combination of back taxes and penalties. I had managed to clear his wife of any liability, but now everything was on him. And the IRS was demanding that he come up with $1,000 a month until he paid off a $150,000 tax liability. Now, you can certainly understand why that situation might make him cry, only that's not what he was crying about. No, I had just successfully negotiated a better settlement for him with the IRS. So I was telling him that he would only have to pay $300 a month, and that ultimately he would only end up paying 10 cents on the dollar. And when I told him all that, that's when he cried. His tears were tears of relief. That's the joy in what I do. Many times I get to witness the unusual side of the IRS actually making someone ecstatic. I have to say it's not what they're known for, but creating that circumstance is what I like to be known for. So I'd like to ask every business owner out there, just what is your business known for? Is it truly mission-driven? Does it serve a cause bigger than the almighty dollar? I like to think that's always been the case with my law firm, because our mission has always been to provide whatever help we can to clients who find themselves under the thumb of the IRS. Now, we don't promise miracles. We don't claim you won't have to pay any taxes if you legitimately owe them. Instead, we're honest about what can be done. Usually there is a deal to be made with the government, and usually that deal provides our clients with a great sense of relief because they know they will be able to go on with their lives much as they had before. And when you think you might be financially ruined, when you think you might never be able to enjoy life again, that's the most wonderful news you could ever hear. We had another client, a woman from Southeast Missouri, who had a revenue agent unexpectedly show up at her office advising her to hire an attorney. Revenue agents are serious business because they work for the criminal department of the IRS. This one was accusing her of diverting roughly $250,000 in business income to her personal accounts. She was looking at possible jail time and a major financial crisis. She came to me on the verge of a nervous breakdown, anxious for any help I could provide. After 6 months, not only was I able to talk the revenue agent out of pursuing criminal charges, but I appealed the IRS decision that she had to pay $14,000 a month to address her tax liability. The appeal was successful, and she ended up having to pay less than half that amount. I said I don't promise miracles, but to that woman, this was a miracle. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what she says in her testimonial on my website. Whenever I feel down, I only have to read her kind words and those of the many other clients who feel our firm made a huge and positive difference in their lives. To me, it's a privilege to be able to do this for folks and a powerful motivator to keep doing it for others. I guess that's what being mission-driven is all about. Of course, you might think that mission is naturally a part of what we do as tax resolution attorneys, that it's baked into our line of work. Well, sadly, other tax firms would prove you wrong on that. TaxMasters, for example, was a nationally known company that advertised aggressively about the results it would deliver to anyone with IRS problems. A few years ago, they were sued for deceptive advertising and driven into bankruptcy as a result. Then there was the individual who billed herself as the #1 tax lady. She was a very successful tax preparer in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and a few years ago, we all learned the secret of her success. A grand jury charged her with 27 felony offenses for filing fraudulent tax returns on behalf of her clients, 482 of them, resulting in over $2 million worth of improper tax refunds over 3 years. At least she practiced what she preached. It turned out she herself did not report any of the income from her tax business. Oh, and just to put the cherry on top of the cake, she claimed a dead person as a dependent. It's clear what her mission was, to cheat and lie her way to a fortune. As for her clients, they are now liable for the taxes they actually owe, as well as all penalties and accrued interest on top of that. They could even be charged with perjury for signing false returns. That's the bad way the IRS can make you cry. Every business and every industry, not just mine, has bad players. And every company has a choice, whether to make as its highest priority serving its customers or serving its bottom line. When a company chooses the latter, they take shortcuts that shortchange the public. That, in turn, kills its reputation. Companies like this often run afoul of the law in one way or another. More frequently than not, they fail. A mission-driven company, in contrast, earns the admiration and respect of both its clients and the community it serves. It draws people through its doors simply because it has earned their trust. That's the path our law firm has taken, and I know it's been the right one. And I hope in the future we are able to make many more of our clients cry, but only for the right reasons. Thank you.